Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you haven't yet subscribed to our new Options Trading Live channel, link is below in the description. I go live pre-market along with 30 minutes after market close. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our free options trading group on Facebook. I know I'm pushing these videos last couple days a little bit late. I promise I'll get back to my regular schedule. Just been kind of swamped doing a lot of things at once right now. I'm going to do kind of a combo video, walk through the couple trades that I did, and talk about what I'm looking at tomorrow. If you don't care about what I traded today, just want to see what I'm doing tomorrow, skip ahead a couple minutes and save you some time. So let's get to it. Going into Tastyworks right now. And I know it shows, since I'm recording this so late, it's not showing my only day trade. I'll pull it up in here. My only day trade today was on Roku. And like I said on my video last night, I'm just taking it slow till the trade deal happens, see what happens to the market. There's a lot of euphoria in the market right now. And the market is running super, super hot ahead of this trade deal, where I feel like possibly we could have a sell the news events. Maybe, earnings is not going to be as good as they think it's going to be. Maybe, I don't know. So if you don't know, you don't trade. So right now I'm just keeping my risk small. I did do a Roku trade. I wasn't really going to do too many trades today, and I didn't. I only did one. I did a 1 day trade. I did a swing trade. So on Roku, I made a quick 185 in 30 minutes. I bought the 127 call for next week expiration 11 days out for 665. I sold it 20 minutes later for 850 on Roku. And what I liked about Roku, I'll pull it up on the 1 year. So I was initially going to swing trade this position. I wasn't anticipating to sell today. I was really riding this line right here, the 128 mark. It dipped below and it got bought up twice today. If we look at the intraday chart here, it hit 126 and it kept getting saved, and it was really consolidating and moving back up in here, and then it started to break above. I put the position on at 11:39 today, so I put it on right before the next 15-minute candle. I do trade in 15-minute increments. It's just how I like to trade. It gives me proper time management and allows me to really slow things down. Some people trade in the 5-minute, the 1 minute. You gotta go with what works for you. 15 minutes is what works for me. So I opened that position. It was like 129. It was like 129, right below 130, and then it pushed above 130 there in the last few minutes, and it really started to get momentum. And actually, I put that on 11:39, and I wasn't going to take the position off because one of my goals this year is to sell the big candles. And that's exactly what I did. So I sold it when it hit 132 at 12:01. So right in here, it hit 132. It looked like it was dipping down a little bit. I sold it before it dipped down and it went back up. So Roku, I definitely don't have any regrets. I mean, I didn't think it was going to hit 135 today. I thought, my initial goal in the Discord, I even said, looking at the Discord here, I put this on, was 135 was my target. But because it happened so quick, my initial plan was to leave it hanging. It was lagging behind the market pretty much all day, and then it started to catch up. I didn't think it was going to hit 135 today. I was going to try to swing trade this and hopefully it opened up at 135 tomorrow. But I took the profits on this. The Roku. It's like I bought the 127. So I was pretty. And it's going for 980 now. So I sold it for 850. So I left, from where it closed, $130 on the table. But it did go up to $10 at the end of the day. So I'm not complaining. I had a good position, got in, didn't get in at the lower of the day. But the one thing that I do like about this trade is I let the trade come to me. I observed, I relaxed, and I took advantage of the move. So what more can you ask for? Yes, you're always going to leave profits on the table. You're like, oh, I didn't catch the low of the day. I didn't catch the high of the day. Just be glad that I caught the majority of the move here. You're not going to ever time it perfectly. You're going to get, as you can see it like on my BA trade that I'm going to show you in a second here, You're not going to be able to time it perfectly. The market does what it wants to do. Use good risk management, get in, get out, take your profits, enjoy them. Going into Boeing, so I do have a Boeing position on right now. I'm currently down 150 on that position. I bought the 332.50 call for next week on Boeing, and let me pull up Boeing. So I do have 11 days on this. I do have till next week, and what kind of sucked me in, I will admit, was I bought at 12.06, so I bought it right in here. It was consolidating, and I was thinking to myself, I knew it has a high probability of breaking up or breaking down, right? For swing trading, the chart still looks really great. Riding right here at 330. I knew 330 was the better buy, but I got in anyways because I thought that because the way the market was running, it had a high probability of maybe hitting 336, 337 today. But as you can see, that didn't happen. It didn't break below. I guess it did kind of. Did it break below? No, it didn't break below. It didn't break below 330. I'm probably going to be like 329.50 is where my stop loss is going to go. Depending on how the market goes, like right now the futures are flat. S&Ps are down a quarter. Dow's up 3, so they're pretty much flat. Depending on what happens, this closed at after hours 331. So hopefully we get some upward momentum on this stock. I'm not sure. So right now I'm kind of in a holding period. I'll probably sell at like 329, 328.50. We'll see if we'll take the loss. I do like where it is on the chart. So far, it's been holding up really good against bad news. So if we get a little bit of good news, this could pop it up. I do have some time on this, so I'm not going to like over evaluate or try to be too aggressive. I'll look to be more aggressive next week, maybe later in this week, depending on how the trade news goes in the phase 1 deal and what happens with earnings. So that's kind of what's happening right now. Also, I only have 2 other positions right now. BBBY, I do have the 15 strike calls that are in the money, totally reversed on me. These are up a little bit today, but I was leaning a bearish strangle, so I have some time. So if this comes up to like 16 this week, definitely I'll be back to square on BBBY. So I probably should have not got myself into this, but the way the chart is, we could definitely push 16 this week, and I'll be able to be profitable on that trade. So, and then I am selling some. I bought some. I have a strangle as well on /ZS, which is soybean futures, and those kind of took a little bit of a tumble today. I am trading these for the phase 1 deal, so we'll see what happens. These came down today, but they're resting kind of right at the support here, like the 940 area, so it's just kind of hanging out. So I do have 39 days on those. Not really too concerned right now. I have the 880 put and the 1,000 call, so we'll see what happens the next 39 days of this. So going into what I'm looking at tomorrow, at the top of my list, we have JP Morgan is at the top of my list. The banks are starting to report tomorrow morning, and we're going to go live pre-market and kind of evaluate what's going on here. I didn't do anything for earnings. I kind of wanted to see what happened to JP Morgan. Is having some consolidation here. I'm thinking it's going to be flat. I wanted to sell some premium, but IV was already pretty low on these. We have implied volatility on the weekly 35%, next week's 23%. Not a whole lot of IV expansion here. So I didn't want to take the risk. I want to see what happens to this bank and kind of play Bank of America and Goldman Sachs, depending on how JP Morgan does. We'll see how those stocks react. What's baked in and what's not baked in. Because we ran so hot the last couple of months, I'm not exactly sure what they're going to report. If this earnings is going to beat expectations, are earnings going to be as expected? What's guidance going to be? I feel like this earnings season is going to be one of the most important earnings seasons in a long time because the stock market has ran so hot that even the smallest bad news can really, really bring these back down to reality. Maybe down to like 130, 125 area for JP Morgan. So I'm watching JP Morgan pretty heavily. Obviously, Roku I like as well for tomorrow. Kind of stay here. I mean, it is still in a descending pattern, but the way that it bounced here, for it to be bullish, we really need to be back above 150. But I'll definitely play the range here, see what happens. If it comes back down to 130, I might look to get another day trade in, and maybe it could push back up to 130, 133, 135 area. That's potential. Also, I noticed with Roku, the one reason why I traded it is because Netflix went up quite substantial today, and I've noticed that Roku and Netflix, I'm not saying they trade alike a lot of the days, but a lot of the days they do follow each other in some way. And Netflix ripped early on the day, and Roku lagged behind, and then it kind of caught up later in the day. I mean, Roku was up 4.3%. It was actually red on the day at one point. It came back to green, which also made it a lot more interesting to me. Even with pullback, it was still green, and Netflix just ripped crazy. Netflix, I haven't traded in a while, mainly because I was waiting for it to see if it was going to come down to 320. However, now it looks like it's making lower highs and wanting to break. It still hasn't. Let's see here. It did close right around like 338. I want it to definitely break above here so we can see if we can get some sort of gap fill on Netflix is what I'm looking for. And right now it's just kind of just right below like that 339, 338 area to do so. So, it did break out, but it had a failed attempt. And I think all eyes are on Tesla as well. Tesla had an upgrade this morning, which was the catalyst that really just, people don't understand why it keeps going up. There's a lot of FOMO right now. There's a lot of people wanting to get in. Earnings is next week on Tesla as well. I'm not trading it until after earnings because I don't know what the earnings report's going to be. Does it warrant this type of move? I mean, last earnings was the catalyst for bringing it up to this high. But right now, I feel like this is just way too crazy. Things are out of control. People are making a lot of money. However, people are paying exorbitant amount of money. Look how high Ivy is, and it's not even earnings right now. I mean, these are only at 64%, but I mean, the rest of the market, most of the market, implied volatility is relatively low. And, these are at 64%, 61% compared to what we were looking at like JP Morgan. So futures just turned a little bit red right now. So, it went up 46 points today, almost 10%. I mean, just outrageous. That was the biggest one-day gain, I think, all year. I mean, this was a pretty big day here back in October 25th. So just insane. So I want to see, give me some numbers, give me some fundamentals. Let's see what happens with Tesla. I don't feel bad about missing out on some gains. Right now, I'm trying to conserve my capital, preserve my capital, and take advantage of the moves that are going to be coming. There's going to be a lot of opportunity. I know there's a lot of people in the Discord, a lot of people in our chat that are saying, hey, how do you guys control FOMO? And the thing is, the best thing that I do is always have kind of something working, always have, even if it's a small trade. Like for me, having BBBY and soybeans keeps my brain active, keeps me invested in the market, keeps me interested, but also means that I have the opportunity to make money in other places. I did a quick day trade on Roku, so it kind of suppresses the FOMO a lot when you're making money in other areas and when you have other things in the works. Even though right now these are kind of going against me, Roku came together for the win. I took my profits and I left a happy man today in the market. So, the other trades that I have working right now, they're still in the works. They're still going according to plan, even though they're a little bit red. You just got to push through it. FOMO is going to kill you. FOMO will kill your account. They'll make you blow up your account. They want to suck you in. They want to take your account to zero. That's the goal. Your account is to make money, but the market's idea of making money is taking your account down to zero. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to be live pre-market tomorrow. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the new channel, links below. If you like the content of this video, hit the like button. Let me know how you did today. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. And if you watched to the end, let me know. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.